Jose, a pleasure to have you here today, talking to you about the market, your views to the region. But let's start from the beginning. Tell us, if you need to explain to a stranger, what's Jamestown doing? What do you guys do?
First of all, thank you for having me. So Jamestown is a global investment manager focused only in the U.S., Europe, and Latin America. We have about $15 billion of assets under management. I would say our main focus is large mixed-use projects. Usually, we like to have a retail component that we believe drives value to the other components, such as could be office, multifamily, hospitality, and such. I'm currently the head of the Latin American region, where we are currently invested in Peru, Colombia, Chile, and Argentina, and looking to dip our toes into Mexico now.
Very interesting. Yeah, we saw your project, Pier 57, a few days ago. Was very exciting. The way you guys managed to doing partnership with Google and others. It's a beautiful project.
We are really proud of that project. It's something that shows what Jamestown does. And it also, to me, it's a good example of our partnership with Google. We're currently in a partnership with Google. We manage a lot of their real estate in the U.S. and looking to do it in Europe. And hopefully at one point we'll look to do it in Latin America as well. And also Pier 57 to me shows the type of project that Jamestown works on, which is the retail component. We believe a lot in the placemaking, making it attractive for people to hang out there, and through that create value to the other uses.
Let's go to Latin America specifically now. You, as a head of Latin America, do you have a favorite country to invest?
That's a tough question. I'm a believer in the region in general. Currently, I'm going to say that it depends on the cycles. We're currently seeing a lot more opportunities in Chile. We believe in Chile long term. It's a very developed market, so we're finding it attractive. We also believe in Mexico. Mexico, it's a huge market with a lot of opportunities, very big cities, and for what we do, we find it attractive. I'm going to say we're active in Peru and Colombia as well, but those are tougher markets, are a little smaller. And it's exactly, the scale is tough, and it's harder to find the types of projects that we're doing now. And Argentina, unfortunately, for now, we've put a pause on it. Hopefully, with the elections they have coming soon, that might be another. The story might change. But for now, we're a lot less active in Argentina than the other countries.
How for you as a head of Latin, of course, you will fight for more capital to be deployed in the region that you want to provide business. But how do you see the level of attraction that Latin America can have when you have so much distressed assets coming up in the market here in the US, in Europe? Do you feel that because of the opportunities that will be created in these more matured markets, we will see less money going to the region?
Might. It depends on how you pitch it. And to me, the big turning point there is finding the right spreads from the returns you get here in the U.S. for the same assets in Latin America. And we're currently only finding them in Chile. That's why we're active there. The other markets that I mentioned, we're still not seeing it. But to me, that's our main driver. Most of our investors are European. They have a certain structure where they need to deploy capital in different regions. They have to deploy capital in Latin America, but it's got to make sense for them in terms of returns. To me, that's the main driver, finding the right returns, and that depends on a lot of things. Currently, for example, with interest rates being so high, it's harder to, leverage a project and create value through that. So we're being very careful in what we invest in and finding the right returns for our investors.
Is there anything that would keep you up at night when you look at the macroeconomic, at the political situation in the region? Is there anything specifically?
There's a lot that's keeping me up at night, but the way I see it is that, once again, in the long term, I believe in Latin America. I think it's country specific. Some countries have a lot more political issues than others, but I think that the way that, for example, Chile, we thought it was going to be a lot worse. It's getting better.
Yeah, sure.
Mexico, same thing. So I think it depends on country by country. With interest rates and inflation correcting hopefully in the near term, we should be we should feel a lot better about it.
A final question. When a foreign investor looking to deploy capital in Latin America, the two obvious choices because of being able to scale and so on is Brazil and Mexico. You guys are not in Brazil. Are you considering in the future entering this market as well?
I would love to enter Brazil at some point. I think Brazil is a very interesting market, very profound. Jamestown was invested in Brazil in the past. Since I've been here, we have not been exposed to Brazil, but I would love to analyze it. At this point, we're not. We do not have capital being deployed there because of several reasons, non-specific to Brazil. We like the market. We believe it's a different market than the other countries. I think you need to be Brazilian to do business in Brazil or partner up with a Brazilian to do business in Brazil. So hopefully in the future, we'll look to do that.